Day 3 is all about summarizing, which if you remember, summarizing is using the main events from the story, not all the small little details. First, you should have read the entire paragraph about Karen as well as the question and all of the answer choices. Then you should look for any answer choices that are nonsense that you could cross off, which when you do that, you should have found that answer choice C is nonsense because it is not even true. Karen does not pass out Paul Randall's stories. He passed them out himself when he was a kid. You should have also crossed off answer choice D as nonsense because it's written backwards. It should say that Karen started passing out stories at school just like Paul Randall did, because Paul Randall is the one who started passing out stories first. Now we need to decide between answer choice A and B. We know that answer choice A cannot be correct because the paragraph was not all about Karen winning an award for her writing. The whole reason she started writing was because she was inspired by Paul Randall's stories and the fact that he passed his out as a child, which tells us that B is the best answer choice. The next thing you should have done is read each of the giant sticks paragraphs as well as the question and all 4 answer choices. Now, if you notice, this question is not asking for the summary of the entire story, it's asking for the summary of the 3rd paragraph. So I'm going to go and I'm going to number my paragraphs until I get to the 3rd one. Then you should reread the 3rd paragraph so you can remind yourself what it said so you know which answer choice is correct. When I look at my answer choices, I see that I can cross off answer choices A and B as nonsense because they're talking about paragraph 4, 2001, whereas paragraph 3 is talking about the 1960s. When I look back in paragraph 3 to find clues that match either answer choice C or D, I see that answer choice C is correct because answer choice D says that they did not find any giant stick insects there, whereas paragraph 3 says that they said they did see some of the insects there. Now we move on to the vocabulary question. The first thing you still should have done is read the entire thing all the way through as well as the question and all of the answer choices. The question is asking about the word solution, so I need to go find the word solution in the steps so I can look for clues around it. The sentence the word is in says, if they grow on the sides, put the remaining solution and the snowflake in a new jar. Well, if I'm putting it in a new jar, that implies that the solution was already in the old jar, so I can go back in previous steps to look for what was already in the jar. Before I do that, I can already cross off answer choice D, tree, because that word is not even mentioned until step 8. The tree was not in the jar earlier. I can also cross off answer choice A because if I plugged in the word into the sentence, it would say, if they grow on the sides, put the remaining snowflake and the snowflake in a new jar, and it wouldn't repeat itself. When I look back to see what was first in the jar, I see it says in step 3 to add salt and 2 cups of hot water to the jar. Then I see in step 5 that it says the snowflake should be in the salt water, which tells me that the solution in step 7 has to be the salt water, which is answer choice B.